Welcome to the Dr. Stevens and Swearington Show, hosted by executive producers Dr. Michelle Stevens and co-host Coach Yava Swearington, as they focus on important issues within our society, from the highs and lows of surviving everyday life that are real, relevant, and engaging. And now, here are your hosts. Make it sizzle, make it hot. Welcome to the Dr. Stevens and Swearington Show. Today, during our show, we're going to be talking about the hot topic, friendship betrayal, the aftermath, and so much more. Thank you for joining today. I'm your host, Dr. Stevens. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of the Dr. Stevens and Swearington Show. And along with me is the co-host, Coach Yava Swearington.
Thank you, Dr. Stevens. Yes, I'm your girl, Coach Yava Swearington. Thank you for tuning in. Today, we will bring to you the second episode of Season 2, Friendship Betrayal, where we will discuss heartfelt realities of friendship, betrayal, red flags, and the impact.
Well, Coach, when we talk about friendship, that's a subject that especially friendship betrayal is really hard, because when you think about friends, you have trust, your values, you build values in this friend. You have a connection. That's somebody that you can almost tell anything to. Like when I have friends, especially close friends, they like your sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't think that person is going to betray you or tell your secrets. So you tell them everything. Especially if you have someone who you call your best friend,
Mm-hmm.
you tell them everything. And to think that they would go behind your back or do something to betray you is really hurtful.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
So
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go
go ahead,
ahead.
Coach.
But I was just gonna say, like, sometimes I don't even think people understand what betrayal is. What is that? So to me, in case for those that don't understand, me get that clarity. For me, betrayal is when someone you trust breaks, and violates the most sacred things that they share with you. A bond is broken, and to me, this person felt safe enough to confide in you, and for you to just disregard that, how did you even call yourself a friend from the first place? So that's what my feeling is about that. Now the person is left feeling like emotionally shattered. They have to come to the terms of realizing the shock that they finding out that you betrayed them, and then they have to learn to move from that to moving into grief. I don't know, what else do you give your take on that, Doc? Because that's like a very hurtful thing.
It really is, because you think about the bond that you build with
Mm-hmm.
someone that's
Yeah.
your friend.
Mm-hmm.
You think about, when you think about somebody being your friend, you think about loyalty and dedication, reliability. You put all that into being a friend.
Mm-hmm.
So then you have the point where someone breaks your trust.
Mm.
You know,
Sometimes you can't get that back. Mm.
you can't get that back. Um, but after, first you got to come with the fact that they broke your trust.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there's a lot of people out there that can identify with being betrayed by a friend.
Mm-hmm.
I know I have. And once you get to the point where you realize that your friend has broken your trust,
Mm-hmm.
because you got to go through all the emotional um, things that come with it, your anger, resentment. Because first you got to realize that your friendship has been broken, that the trust has been broken. You're going through your shock, you're going through all your feelings, resentment, betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
That's really hurtful. And to think uh, that somebody really, really have broken your trust, it could be devastating for some people. When you're talking about friendships and the betrayal, you have to think about some of the red flags that you saw or that you ignored in your friend. So we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about the red flags in friendships. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's your girl, Coach Lady Mia, asking you to join the conversation on the SNS show, hosted by executive producers Dr. Michelle Stevens and Coach Yava Swearington, as they share in-depth conversations on relationships, health and wellness, important issues in our society, to the highs and lows of surviving everyday life. Streaming live on YouTube at DRSNS Show. That's DRSANDSSHOW. Monthly every fourth Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. A conversation you don't want to miss. Also, don't forget to visit them online at www.drsnsshow.com.
Welcome back. We were just talking about friendship betrayal and some of the things that you experienced, but we want to talk about right now red flags, in this betrayal. Because a lot of times, we ignore the red flags, not just in friendships, but in a lot of relationships and marriages and all types of things. We see these red flags and we ignore them. But we want to talk about how you spot some of these red flags. Because think about when you have a friend and all of a sudden this friend is controversial all the time now. Coach?
Yes, yes. Wow. Let's talk about that. Those red flags and how to spot them. Because there's definitely a crack in the relationship when one questions friend loyalty, and you see, sometimes we don't see the red flags. It's not until people come and give you some insight, and sometimes you be in disbelief, like, because that's your girl or your bud or whatever you want to call it, and you be like, okay, you taking it in, but that's your best friend or that's your friend, so you receiving the information, but you're doubting the information at the same time, because when you call yourself besties, that's a sacred thing, and everybody don't get to be someone's best friend. So some of the red flags that I'm not going to mention all of them, I will mention a few. But some of the red flags that come to mind is rumors. Someone spreading rumors or talking behind your back, and supposedly they tell you it's your friend that you think is your friend. Another thing that comes to mind is jealousy. Be careful of friends who tell you they are jealous person, because some of these friends, and they keep chatting and talking and got friends laying around, and trust me, I have seen in my time, not to mention, tell you in your face, I'm laughing it off, I'm a jealous person. Well, you got to be a little cautious of that, even when this person told my they your best friend. And another one, Doc, that comes to mind is what I call, and this is my own coin that I brought up, blindsided betrayal and jealousy. And then to me, these are the people who introduce you to their friends. Y'all hanging out, y'all having a good time. The vibe is good, but the same best friend or close friend is behind your back telling these same people that they introduce you to not to really build a relationship with you. They're jealous if you get too close to their who they call their other best friends. And I have seen that recently in my time, but I don't want to go too much on me. But it's out there, ladies. Be cautious. Let me name a couple more, if I may, Doc. May I?
Go ahead.
How about when a person dismisses or disregard your vulnerability? Another one that comes to mind is when you are invested emotionally, but it's never really reciprocated. Help me, Doc.
Well, I'll tell you another good one is, when you see how they treat other people.
Girl, you done hitting not. Ooh, girl, don't have me messing up on here. I don't have to cut you up.
When you see how they treat other
something
people.
right there. Oh my
Yes,
goodness,
yes.
I've witnessed that.
Yeah, I have too. And this what made me think of it, because I had a friend that I used to see how she treat other people, and you get to think of it. They my friend. They not gonna treat me that way,
right?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
And then, bam, they treat you that same. There comes a point in time, tension begin to build up. I mean, I've had some friends that I thought were I was a better friend to them than they were to me because I thought we were tight.
Mm-hmm.
But I did see how they were treating other people.
Yes, yes.
You think you exempt when you really are not exempt.
Oh my God, girl! I'm telling you, I had some people that's my friends. So hold up on this. I'm sorry, girl, because I think you striking some fire in me. And
Yes.
I keep stuff very contained, but trust and believe me, nothing goes unnoticed.
Yes.
Even when you think that it's not being noticed.
Yes.
Girl, let's move on because this is.
Well, also when your best friend betray you, that's a cut that's so deep.
Mm.
That's a cut that's so deep. And you think about when your best friend betrayed you. I mean, that thing goes, just not emotional. That thing goes mental. It goes spiritual. It cuts all the way down. And people, when your best friend betray you, man, that's something hard to come back from.
Yes, it really is. It
Yeah,
really is very damaging.
that's something hard to come back from because then you think about some of the things you experience. That's like a love relationship that breaks up.
Girl,
You know,
I'm coming here with that one. I'm coming here with that one.
That's like a love relationship that breaks up. You get, you go through all this, like the same emotional, you go through sadness, depression, all these things when your best friend, your bestie, when your bestie cut you.
That's
Go
up,
ahead,
right?
go ahead, coach.
But you took the words right out of my mouth, Doc. I mean, just the shock of it all, coming into the awareness of that, learning about it, that initial shock, you're like flabbergasted, but you're trying to keep it all, you're trying to keep it all together a little bit here because you don't want nobody to know how dear that really best friend really was to you, because you're vulnerable and you're open and you're exposed right now, right? And you're trying to contain your emotions. So that initial pain is like devastating. And when a best friend betrays you, oftentimes it's like you said, Doc, like committed relationships. It takes me back to saying, it takes me back to thinking of when one person in a relation more committed in that relationship than the other person.
Absolutely.
That's what it feels like, a committed relationship, because in the essence of it, it is a committed relationship. Sometimes, for whatever reason, it goes back to what I always like to say: hurt people hurt people. And when you really care about someone you have shared your secrets with, and moving to the door of betrayal, that heart is shattered. And like we said earlier, sometimes people can find their way back, but most oftentimes they can't find their way back. And let me let you know, for me personally, I don't want to find my way back to you. I'm gonna keep it real 100. You can keep it moving for me, but let me go professionally. Sometimes people can find their way back to friendship. And I'm gonna tell you something, even when you find your way back to that door, you will never have that kind of space in my life ever again.
All the trust.
Promise you that.
The trust.
We would talk, we can communicate and be in the same room with people, but you'll never get that close to me again. Guarantee you, once you invade that privacy.
Yeah, because
that's me on that one.
But not only that, not just the privacy, the trust that was broken.
It's all, those things fall just on so many levels, right there. It's just all of that is like right there. It's like when you're baking a cake, man. You gotta have this with that, and one don't go without the other for me. So when you hitting that door, I'm a very calm, cool kind of person. But if I'm feeling some type of way, best to believe I'm around you, but I ain't doing too much sharing.
But that, Coach, when that happens, the stigma that you put on friendships and other people, you know what I mean? When all of a sudden, excuse me, now when other people come into your life, you're very cautious even to make them, to allow them to get to know you, allow them for you to get to know them. Your trust is very, very minuscule. You don't really want to be trusting people. So, you don't take it lightly
Right.
who you calling friend or how close you gonna let someone get to you.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Yes,
That
indeed.
that just takes me back to, if I may, I'm sorry if I'm interrupting, let me know.
Go
Because
ahead, coach.
you didn't hit some spots for me. I'm sorry, world, announce it to the world. There's some spots there, and it's like, do you know how much time you have invested in somebody you call a friend?
Ooh, not just a friend, but a
A
best friend.
bestie. I
Oh
don't
my
care
God.
how many other sisters in your life. You understand me? That come into your world or into your life and make you feel like a friend. Relationships are built over time. And as long as
Mhm.
no one has never, especially if I have never invaded your privacy, told some stuff I know. Sealed like a lock, baby, has been sealed. And even if you hurt me, it's still sealed. That's what you call
Mhm.
a real true friend. Not the
Mhm.
ones that keep going back and forth, making up with you, get mad with you, talk, expose you a little bit. You got the nerve to go still be with friends with them. Better you didn't. You know what? Sometimes people don't know what a real friend is.
That's true.
They got
That's
more fake friends than it, like they think they real friends. That's
well,
another.
not to cut you off, coach, but my mom used to always tell me when I was younger. People they talk about their best friend,
Mm,
and I remember telling my mom one time that I had a best friend, but how she was friendlier with someone else, and my mom
mm,
said to me, you have a best friend that has a best friend, and it
mm,
ain't you.
mm, mm.
You have a best friend that has a best friend, and it ain't you. And
Mhm,
I had to realize you had to put people in categories when it
mhm.
comes to your friendship.
That's
And
true.
so, yeah, you have to put people in categories when it comes to that friendship thing.
Right. You really do.
Because, yeah, what level of friendship are they? Where are they at?
More importantly, what is the intent behind your friendship? Because sometimes things is for some type of intent that they have,
Yes,
and
sir.
maybe
Some,
it hasn't
yes,
been really
ma'am.
revealed to you yet. Maybe they getting something from you. I
Mm-hmm.
don't need nothing
Mm-hmm.
from none of mine, but emotional support, mainly maybe emotional support, somebody that I can talk to and have an outlet with. But anything else, I really don't need nothing else from you. Other than that, treat me
But you
with
know
love
what?
and respect, and keep it moving.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you know
That's the
what,
way
Coach?
I love on people.
I've come to realize, you know, is that what purpose are they serving? And to categorize them,
Hmm.
because a lot of times you're more friend to someone else than they are to you,
Yes.
and
Mhm.
you have to realize, are you their friend, or
That's another one. That is
are they your friend, right?
that is a
Because
confused thing all the time. But
yes,
here we were talking about besties. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
No, that
yes,
bestie level, we on a level that we are together on a level. It's not no one side heavier on the other side. But again,
because
oftentimes
you
someone is more closer than the other person.
but when you talk about besties, cousin, when you talk about besties, you're talking about somebody that's like a sister. They're a family member. you
Know it
know
all, girl. Know it all, don't they?
You got some besties, they coming over, y'all sleeping in the bed together. You come up with little girls like,
Crying together.
what? You done been through some stuff together, girl. And at this age and stage of life where we are, you got some besties who done been through divorces with you. They done been through childbirth with you.
Raising the
Or you
kids
done
up with
been through,
you.
girl. They done
Some history that some of your new friends would never have with you.
never.
But sometimes we value that differently too. Because I spend more time with this person, and this person's all up in my tail all the time. We got each other back, whatever. Okay. That's supposed to discount somebody that you grew up with, you know? That's supposed to discount
Yes,
because the other person ain't smoking you like that. Sorry, I don't smoke people like that. Sorry. But whatever. It is what it is.
it is what it is. And on that note, we'll be right back.
Absolutely.
Hello, I'm Dr. Michelle Stevens, a certified master life and wellness coach and minister of the gospel. I help women move from stagnation to certainty, uncover who they are, create goals, and build strategies to success. Schedule a 45-minute consultation with me, and let's jumpstart your journey to a new beginning. You may email me at contactus@drsnsshow.com, or you may call 866-377-7469, extension 801.
Let me help you heal mind, body, and soul. Step out of ordinary into extraordinary.
Hello and welcome to the Dr. Stevens and Coach Warrington Show, the SNS show, The Cousins. I am one of your executive producers and co-host, Coach Yava Warrington. I'm a certified professional life coach and relationship consultant, looking forward to helping individuals and couples with heart matters. You may reach us at toll-free 1-866-377-7469 extension 800. Or you may contact us by email at contactus@drfnsshow.com. Let's have a conversation.
Welcome back. We were just talking about friendship betrayal and when besties betray you. And we want to talk about the psychological effect behind friendship betrayal. Why do friends do that? And Coach, you said something earlier. You talked about jealousy, some of the reasons. And, it is amazing to me how you can have someone who you call your bestie become jealous of you, but they do because you all of a sudden become successful in some area. And competition, for me, you got to look at your confidence level as well. I'm just never in competition with anybody. My greatest competitor is myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my greatest competitor is myself. And I don't think that there's anything out here that someone have that I cannot achieve to get, or if there's something I want, I know I'll get it because you have to do the work.
Yes.
But,
yes.
But behind that friendship betrayal becomes jealousy, competition, unresolved conflicts. Coach, your take on it?
We're talking about the psychology behind the friendship betrayal.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about that. Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit too. Let's get educated here a little bit, okay? Because some people just need to brush up on some stuff and learn about some real stuff. Real talk. The psychology behind friendship betrayal is so complex, and it involves emotional, cognitive, and social factors such as trust and vulnerability, which ties into foundation in friendship. You know what we're talking about here? Expectation and disappointment, which ties into contracts between friends, like secrets. Must I go on?
Ooh. Then you said something. You said something. Expectations.
Yeah,
that's really a good. That's really a good subject there. Expectations.
Yeah,
because when we have friends and we have unspoken expectations. I tell you that all the time. Even in relationships between a man and a woman, they have unspoken expectations. And when a person is not meeting your expectation, then all of a sudden you're getting disappointed. But rather than you verbalizing what you really expect out of them, because we all come into a relationship, and I'm talking about friendships here. You come even into your friendships, you come in with an expectation of how you believe a person's going to treat you, how you want to treat them, and then you have these expectations that are not spoken of.
Yes.
That how am I supposed to know what you expect of me unless you tell me?
Amen. I'm trying to contain myself.
Go ahead, don't contain yourself. Show. You don't have to contain yourself.
Another thing that comes to mind to me is identity and self.
Come on, girl.
I gotta go there. So identity and self concepts about yourself. Which deals with friendship and like it ties into the betrayal that you encounter with people. It ties into you having feeling a certain type of way about yourself. Questioning, things, questioning how you value your friendship, questioning, everything you ever open up and share with someone. You question a lot of things. The belief about not only the friendship that you had with the person, you don't even know. You are so lost right now in questioning so many different things because you still trying to figure out where did it all go wrong? When did it turn? When did it shift? What did you do? Or what did you not do that they expect you to know to do? That kind of crazy stuff right there.
Yes.
Lack of communicating, not being able to fully, openly communicate. You're supposed, when you have a best friend, you're supposed to be able to come to them about anything and everything freely and open. There isn't really no secret between you and that person because you share so much. You got enough on them, they got enough on you that you both are not trying to go tread those waters in any kind of way of imagination. You know what I'm saying?
Not the secrets. Not the secrets.
Yeah, because most of best friends do have secrets,
Mm-hmm.
even if someone ain't done wrong in a friendship, but you know some dirt. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or and you keep it quiet. It's never there's things that you call a friend that you would never violate or tarnish, even if they have hurt you in any kind of ways of imagination. So I don't know. You have it just ends up making them question, making you or the person who got hurt question their relationship, their identity, all of those things, and that's just my take on that.
Well, you said something. Identity. Who are you? Who are you? I was watching a show, and this young lady was getting a job, and the
Mm-hmm.
boss told her assistant, she's going to shadow you. And the girl looks at her after a while. They going through a couple of meetings, um, and she says, I know who I want to be when I grow up.
Mm-hmm.
And so she looks at the assistant and says, I want to be you.
Mm.
So all of a sudden, of course, she's going after the girl's ex-boyfriend. She's
Mm.
going, just who are you?
Mm.
When
Mm.
you in a relationship, you got to have your own identity. You have to know who you are. You
Yeah.
have to have confidence.
Yes. Stand in it. Walk in it.
Yeah, come on now,
You know what I'm saying?
confident.
Hold your head up high and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I don't want. Let me tell you something. Me, I don't want to be nothing like you. Okay.
Thank you.
I got my own identity, and I'm good. I feel good in who I am and who I know I'm to be. And I'm glad I don't try to be like somebody else. Why would I want to be like you? I'm not a copycat. I need to feel
I've
good
been.
about me. I can't feel good about me trying to be like you. You know what I'm saying? I would never
Mm-hmm.
know my own true self if I'm always trying to be like somebody else.
But
And when I think about friendship, you're supposed to be celebrating me, my milestones, my shortcomings. You encourage me. You never have the feeling of jealousy in any kind of ways of imagination. You don't think of those things when you're talking about somebody that's a sister to you or a best friend. You just want to celebrate and be there for all those moments that you get to celebrate together and then build on those memories because you have shared so many memories together. And whether you spend a lot of time or not, it's the impact that you and that person have between one another with any moment of given of time that you are able to share with one another. I got some friends that I ain't seen in a while and never have questioned my loyalty, never have come to me about no crazy enough. I've never had a friend come and tell me, she don't want me to be your friend. I mean, I had somebody on another side where they told me that about a friend that I thought was a close friend. But I'm talking about
you said something, Coach.
some real genuine friends. You don't get none of that.
Let's
Or
talk about that for a
Let's
minute.
have fun.
Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's stay right there for 1 minute. Where you said when someone says she don't want you to be her friend. What I don't understand, and I know it's insecurities and just, but when someone cannot handle you being friends with someone else.
Like I'm supposed to take, like they're gonna take something from the relationship you have with that person.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
I had a friend. This person does not live in Texas, and we had friends, and I knew what that feel like because sometimes you want to safeguard your friendship, and you have such a special space. You don't really want nobody to have that space like that too. But then with maturity and growth and more understanding more about you and stuff, those things will shift. Because like a friend had said to me, we was recently talking, just a couple of days ago, and say, you know what? You can get along with a lot of meet a lot of new people and get along with them and have a good time. But some of the things that you share with a bestie, the new friend would never get that information, never could build that kind of bond
Mm-hmm.
that has been built over time. So yeah, come on in and be my friend. That don't make you my bestie.
But you know what, Coach? That's just like a relationship. Everybody wants to feel secure in that relationship.
Yes.
And it's about being secure and feeling and knowing that you're secure in that relationship. You know, and that's one of the things that begin to get people unraveled. The relationship begins to unravel when the person begins to all of a sudden no longer feel secure in that relationship, feel like somebody else is coming in. I've never been put in a position or allow somebody to put me in a position where I got to choose who's going to be my friend. Because if you make me choose who's going to be my friend, it ain't going to be you.
You, right? Come again.
It ain't going to be you.
Come again, cousin, on that one, okay?
Yes, yes. So if you want to make me choose who's going to be my friend, it's not going to be you because you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy. Another thing we were talking about, our friendship betrayal was, you know, knowing your identity. I had a young lady that I was friends with, and she would always say she wanted to live in my house. She wanted to drive my car.
Oh, girl. No. That sounds like stealing my identity. But go ahead.
Well, you know, we're not friends to this day. So, you know, because jealousy creeps in, and you have to recognize it. And I thought it was a cool thing at that time because I thought, and this woman was so intelligent. I mean, but I thought it was, you know, it was cool. Oh yeah, but it wasn't. It wasn't. And that's going to take us right into our next topic: navigating social circles. When a friendship break up, how do you navigate when y'all have the same friends? Going, especially if you nowadays with people, there have so many organizations, people are part of organizations, they building friendships, and they have some of the same friends, even in marriages, they have some of the same friends. How do you navigate that situation when you all are no longer friends? I remember being part of an MLM and multi-level marketing, and we were part of the same crew. Friendship broke up. So what do? Who is somebody gonna leave the MLM? Is somebody gonna stop being a part of the crew? I know I'm not. I'm just that confident. I'm just that confident.
No, I feel like no.
I know I'm not. So you better be able to handle yourself. And I'm the type of person. We can no longer be friends. If I see you out in public, if we're in a social gathering, I can say hey and keep it moving.
I'm gonna look right at you and not even see you in the room.
I can look at you. Oh my God, you know we related. You know we related. Because I can look
right at you and won't be moved in my
spirit. I can sit next to you and not speak. You know what? Let me tell you. Let me say this. This is gonna take us off the subject a little bit because I used to question my relationship with God, knowing I had that mindset. Like God, you know, is there something wrong with me? I'm not cold-hearted because I'm a very loving person. I'm a very loving, very giving. I quickly forgive. But I can if our friendship is broken, if you have betrayed me, because I'm not going to betray you. I'm not that type of person.
Right.
I'm not the type of person you're going to tell me a secret and I'm going to tell somebody else. I'm not that type of person. But if our friendship dissolve, break, because you have betrayed me, it's done. It's done. And I can sit next to you and not speak to you. Have no I can walk past you. We can be in the same room and never have a conversation with you. Well, and don't get sick. Don't get sick while I'm in the room.
Woo! I know, cousin, you will be a lot more colder right there within me. I do have compassion where, you know, even if I don't like you, if you need, I don't know about a cup of water, but if I had to save your life, I'd probably save your life because the humanity in me will make me do it, you know, but I still will be looking at you from an arm's length. But let me.
Well, cousin, I'm not even going to answer that question.
I know. You know what? I think it has a lot to do with how I was raised and the things I've been through in life, from pain and hurt early in life, that has given me the resilience about a lot of things that I just no longer choose to put up with and not going to deal with. Because you know why? I don't got to. I'm not going to, because I don't have to.
Absolutely.
That's what it has to
Absolutely.
do for me. And I get solid when certain things come up on me. There's something that comes over there that gives me the power or the strength that just blocks a lot of things, and I'm numb to it,
Mm-hmm.
because I've been there. And when I'm met with a familiar feeling,
Spirit.
spirit,
Mm-hmm.
feeling, call it what you
Mm-hmm.
want to call it, I have things that block me and protect me from those
Absolutely.
things now. And it doesn't get to me like that no more. But when you naive and don't know and unexperienced, ooh, it can,
Boundaries, cousin,
it
boundaries.
can wrap you so quick
Boundaries.
and
You
mess you
know,
up,
we
girl.
all, yeah, you
It's so
have to
good.
have boundaries, and that's the thing about besties. You allow besties to cross boundaries because you
Mhm,
trust them.
mhm,
You rely on them. That you're loyal to them. You're
mhm,
dedicated to them. You're supportive to them, and they're
mhm,
supportive to you. But
mhm.
when they start crossing boundaries, and breaking that bond, breaking your trust, I mean, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. And for those that's able to get back, I mean, I think, you know, and that takes us right into our next topic, forgiving or letting go.
Mhm.
As you said, for you it's over.
Well, let me add this little input here, if I may.
Go
Because
ahead.
we're talking about dealing with mutual friends after
Mm.
someone has betrayed you in the same circle of
Yes.
friends. And for me, I said I can be in the same room and look right past you, which is very true for me. But that's not true for a lot of people out in the world,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes we haven't healed from what someone has done for me. And it may not be a good idea for you to be in the same room with the person who crossed you. That may not turn out too well for you. But
Well, for them.
oh, what I want to say is that you do have to set boundaries until you are emotionally ready to deal with
Mm-hmm.
mutual friends. And when you are able to manage to be able to engage um, with those friends again, and it may be tempting to even talk about what had
Yeah.
happened with some
Mm-hmm.
of your mutual friends. But I would encourage people to please stay neutral and stay away from anything that can turn into some gossip, okay, between friends in a circle. And don't go back to the circle until you're ready. But
Well,
if
you
you're
said
strong,
something.
but if you're strong will like me, I'm gonna show up,
Well, me too, because
right? Because
I believe in showing
I'm
up.
never gonna let people see my vulnerability to like that I can't function and be around the same people, same friends. And I
Well, let me tell you,
encourage
my
people.
mama used to say, "Don't never let them see you sweat."
Yes, girl, I'm a firm.
But
I raise
you,
my children that way. Never
yeah,
let them
don't
see
never let them see you sweat. You don't never let somebody see you, even if you down. You don't look like you down.
me down, right?
If you
Come on.
hurt, you don't look like you hurt. You
Yes,
always looking your best. But
yes.
you said something. When you think about people who have mutual friends, what position are you putting your friend in? The mutual friend. You shouldn't have to even put them in that position. As you
Mm-hmm.
said, don't go back unless you're healed or you can handle it.
For being that room.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, because you're vulnerable,
right.
and the hurt, they know you hurt. The mutual friends know you hurt because they've seen your relationship. One thing about besties, they don't hide their relationship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, they
Girl.
let everybody know that's my bestie.
And sometimes even with those mutual friends, the person that hurt you, they may be more stronger closely to them than to you. So you just really got to stay neutral and avoid gossip with people in the same circle, because you don't know who's
Hmm.
really truer to the other person or to you. So keep it neutral. I'm gonna go there. Neutral is
Absolutely,
the best
absolutely,
situation.
absolutely. Now, but I'm gonna talk about my daughter for a minute here because my daughter have a couple of friends, and I've seen my daughter forgive her besties. I mean, they fall out, and
Mm,
she had a couple of them. I mean, they fall out to the point of not speaking. And then I think for one of her friends, I mean, like a year or two had passed, and
Mm.
the young lady reached out to her, and they talking again. But she, she was raised in a Christian environment. It was, she was taught to forgive, such as myself, and I forgive. I forgive quickly,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't forget.
Mm.
And I'm not one to trust you
Mm. Again,
lightly.
like
Yeah,
that. They
lightly,
say, cousin.
or trust you at all.
Well, cousin, they say time heals. Also,
If
and
you if
and
you allow it to.
and if you grown, sometimes you can have someone who hurt you, because you did have a level of love and care for somebody too. It's just like relationships. You love people, go back to people that hurt them in relationships, but I don't want to go there. But sometimes it depends on the intense, what level of betrayal.
Hmm.
What was it really, the circumstances behind it? It might not have been so damaging to the point that you can't go back, because there is some people that you can go back to, even though you're going to be cautious of what you share and how far you let them continue to be close to you, or level of closeness or whatever, because that does happen in the world. We are human. People do that all the time.
Well, I'm
Some people
glad for
don't
those
learn
people.
from their lessons too, so I'm going to say that
Well,
too.
I'm glad for those people. I'm not that kind of person. I can't tell you anybody that have betrayed me,
Mm.
I broke up with them or anything
Mm.
that I've rekindled the friendship. I don't,
I
because
mean, yeah.
I'm the type of person, if you break my trust, you know, I've heard stories where people I've been told that lied on me. I had one young lady we was going to business with. We was going to business together. She lied on me.
See, that's another
I would
one.
speak to her, but
Mm,
we could never. And far as I was concerned, she was one of my besties.
mm,
But I would speak. Like I said, I can speak to anybody. But as
mm.
far as being a friend, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could do that. Get that friendship back. I can
Right.
forgive you, and we're talking about forgetting and letting go. Can what's the right way to move on or move after the betrayal? And
Mm,
some people can forgive. It's a critical part of the healing, as you said. And I think it's wonderful when you can see people that, friends that break up, fall out for whatever reason, and they forgive and come back together. But where's that? What level of trust are you? Do you really have for them?
yeah. Well, if I should chime in right now, um, talking about, how do I say it? What's the right move after betrayal? And I don't know. This is such a, we're smiling and laughing about things. The more I think about it, it's just so painful. I could just feel it. Um, for me, the right move would to be first to acknowledge your feelings
Mm-hmm.
and allow yourself to feel the hurt, the anger, and the disappointment. I think you got to really do that. I think that's truly the first step.
Mm-hmm.
Another step to me would be to try, if you can, try to have an open conversation with the person that hurt you, you know, because this does help give you closure and clarity on the situation. So if you're able to have that conversation with that person, that would be something that would be another step in that. And more importantly, girl, if I can roll the drums on this, and I am, you got to set them boundaries, okay? You have to protect yourself. And if you can do that and become friends again after betrayal has happened, you need to decide what kind of friend you want to really be with that person, to what level of friendship you want to be with that person, because it's definitely not going to be the way it used to be. I believe that strongly. I'm going to speak for most. I believe that strongly. Okay. And then last, and I mean, there are probably more steps, but the ones that I think most impactful and important, all of them are important. The last would be to, well, I ain't gonna say last, practice self-care. And also you have to come to a point where you have to forgive, choose to forgive. You got to forgive so you don't be held in bondage. So it's not about forgiving them, it's really about freeing yourself from the burden of the anger that you felt about the whole thing that went down. That's what I have to say. Doc, please come on this conversation.
On that note, we'll be right back.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, it's your girl, Coach Lady Mia, asking you to join the conversation on the SNS show, hosted by executive producers Dr. Michelle Stevens and Coach Yava Swearington, as they share in-depth conversations on relationships, health and wellness, important issues in our society, to the highs and lows of surviving everyday life. Streaming live on YouTube at DRSNS Show. That's DRSANDSSHOW. Monthly every fourth Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. A conversation you don't want to miss. Also, don't forget to visit them online at www.drsnsshow.com.
Welcome back. If you have a situation and need some advice, please send us a cherry note. Send it to contact us at drsnsshow.com and please title it The Cherry Note. We're going to go. Coach Yava has you have a situation that you want to tell us about, right, Coach?
Well, it's not really a situation, but it is something that points about the very topic we're talking about here. And when I heard this story, I was like, I want to talk to Doc about this and see what her intake is on this very subject of betrayal, friendship betrayal. I'm talking about bestie betrayal in its purest form, for me. And so the story that came across that I had recently heard about was a story about two besties. I mean, I'm talking about this bestie is the bestie that if you're pregnant, she about to be your baby godmother bestie. Yeah, you know where this about going, right? Now, the best friends have been friends for a very long time. One was in a meaningful, long-term relationship, and the other bestie was nice and full, belly up pregnant. They were out shopping one day, and the bestie left her phone in the car or behind or whatever, need to use her best friend's phone. So the bestie that was pregnant wasn't thinking nothing about it, just took a little phone on out and let her use the phone. And the best friend who was in a relationship with her man, she sees a comment that her friend that's pregnant is saying something that's very disturbing. Like, I miss you, baby. I can't wait to talk to you. And she see her man's phone number. Imagine that shock. You know what I'm saying? You out with your bestie. Do you see that picture? Your bestie is fully pregnant. The girl was about 7 months pregnant, mind you, at that. Y'all shopping and hanging out and looking for things that you're gonna be possibly buying for the baby to come, and y'all is doing y'all thing, and you use your friend who's pregnant telephone just to realize that the man that you are in love with has knocked your best friend up. Doc, do you want to weigh in on that?
I do. I do. Let me tell you why I want to weigh in on that, because as we were talking when you shared this story with me. And I told you I had a friend that I used to go, one of the ones that betrayed me. I used to go to her house, and I have boundaries. And she used to say, and we was in business together. She would say, "Go ahead on in. My husband in the house. Go ahead on in." And I would tell her, "No, I'm gonna sit right here outside in my car until you pull up." Because there's some boundaries. I never want to ever be accused of sleeping with someone's husband, boyfriend, or anything. And she trusted her bestie. The problem was she trusted her bestie and she trusted her man. Neither one of them should she have trusted. And as my mama used to always say, you'll never let a woman in your house around your man.
I'm with you, auntie.
Never let a woman in the house, and you definitely don't leave no woman in the house with your man.
Like what?
You don't even she shouldn't even have your man's number.
Oh, like you don't have relationship drama, like you don't go through something, and men can. Girl, don't let me go there.
But you know what? That's the thing. Let me say this. Even when it comes to your best friend, your bestie,
She's
even when
supposed
it
to.
comes to your personal relationship, there are some things not even your bestie should know.
Come on now.
Not
Ooh.
even your bestie, when it comes to your relationship with your man, there are some things not even your bestie should
Sure.
know. And
Absolutely.
not your bestie, not your sister, not your mama. There are some things
Mm-hmm.
that should not be told. You and your man work that out together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, but that takes us straight into a very good topic: healing and moving forward. You know, how do you trust again after a friendship ends, or you are betrayed by your friend? Do you want to trust again? Do you want to forgive? Because not just them, anybody. Because once your trust have been broken, you have to decide to heal and allow your heart to trust again.
Mm-hmm.
Coach.
Well, I'm going to reflect back on to what I was kind of saying earlier. When it comes to healing and moving forward, you really just got to reflect on the situation. You need to acknowledge your feelings. You need to talk about it. You have to set those boundaries, and you have to take care, more self care for yourself, and forgive and seek closure. That's really the point for me, and regarding this whole matter.
Well, on that note, we're going to take a quick break. But before we go, if you have a product or a business and would like to advertise on our show or would like to support us, please email us at contactus@drsnsshow.com or call us at 866-377-7469. And if you're interested in hosting your own show, please visit our website and click on the Media Production tab and schedule a session with our perfect production team. And let us help bring your vision to life. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Dr. Michelle Stevens, a certified master life and wellness coach and minister of the gospel. I help women move from stagnation to certainty, uncover who they are, create goals, and build strategies to success. Schedule a 45-minute consultation with me, and let's jumpstart your journey to a new beginning. You may email me at contactus@drsnsshow.com, or you may call 866-377-7469, extension 801. Let me help you heal mind, body, and soul. Step out of ordinary into extraordinary.
Hello, and welcome to the Dr. Stevens and Coach Where's Your Show, the SNS show, The Cousins. I am one of your executive producers and co-host, Coach Yava Swearington. I'm a certified professional life coach and relationship consultant, looking forward to helping individuals and couples with heart matters. You may reach us at toll-free 1-866-377-7469 extension 800. Or you may contact us by email at contactus@drsnsshow.com. Let's have a conversation.
Welcome back. Well, this has been a very interesting topic for us, especially for me. And please join us the fourth Thursday in September for our next hot topic. I guarantee you it is going to be jaw dropping. I would like to thank you and to say please join us on our next show. Ladies, if you have a situation or you like to make a change and are in need of a coach, please go to our website and schedule a coaching session with myself. I'm Dr. Stevens. I am a master certified life coach, and with Coach Yava. Sometimes help is necessary. Never be ashamed to get the help you need.
Yes, yes. And ladies and gentlemen, I am Coach Yava Swearington, a certified life coach and relationship expert. Personally, let me leave you with my food of thought. Never tell all, especially anything that can be damaging. Sometimes a secret means it's a private enough and it's meant just for you. Thank you. Looking forward to seeing you again soon. Make it sizzle.
Make it hot.
Make it sizzle, make it hot. Hello, tune in to the Dr. Stevens and Swearington Show, The Cousins.
I'm Dr. Stevens, executive producer and host of the Dr. Stevens and Swearington Show,
And I'm Coach Swearington, executive producer and co host.
where all of our topics are real, relevant, and engaging. Streaming on YouTube and Facebook every fourth Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern and 7 Central Time. Please join us. If you have a situation and are looking for answers, email us and address it to the Cherry Note, and we will respond during our show. If you have a story and would like to be a guest on our show, email us at contactus@drsnsshow.com or call 866-377-7469.
Make it sizzle.
Make it hot.
And
And
we're
we're
the
the
Cousins.
cousins.
Hey, it's your girl, Coach Mia, inviting you to join us on the next SNS show with Dr. Stevens and Coach Swearington, streaming live on YouTube at DRSNS Show every fourth Thursday at 8 p.m. A conversation you don't want to miss. And don't forget to like and subscribe to watch all our current and previous shows.